We're still here live outside the African Center forum the event is going on. So I want to quickly take you inside and see what the leaders are actually doing and having a conversation. Come with me. Let's go.
Mine is to, but I work with an organization which is specialized in
You are the decision maker. Do you have any comments?
yeah, is board member.
Okay, you are board member too.
Oh,
You are not board
I'm not a board member, I'm a retired board member.
The community we are in, we feel a little bit, we belittle ourselves, we feel like we don't fit in. Can the center have some kind of a program to empower women to bring out, I mean, everybody, both men, women, and even the children, to bring out what they have in them, to let them know you fit enough. You can do whatever you want in this community.
Empowerment on a higher level, talking about empowerment for national organizations or different fields, type of education, women,
To engage the grassroots, to utilize other partnerships that might have the information. So the Africa Center can work with the grassroots community to bring the groups together.
You mentioned multiple times before, within a country there's a lot of diversity, so naturally within all of Africa there will be an overwhelming amount of diversity. So instead of focusing on differences, there are a lot of kind of global or umbrella principles and morals which all Africans can speak to.
You can see we just took you right back inside the event and see what every individuals are doing. The leaders are actually having a little forum, little sections, and discussing about what will be happening in the community that I live in and that you live in. So please stay tuned with us. It won't be right back. Hello viewers, I am MC Quinloho and we are back from inside. I just walked you guys through and see what was going on inside the African Community Forum. And I have here with me the chairman person for the African Community Center today. It's no other person than Mr. John Gay. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing great, thank you.
Okay, so do you want to tell us more about what you do in the community, in the aspect of the African Center?
Yes, well, I am on the board of directors of the Africa Center, and I serve as the chair of the Community Strategies and Engagement Committee. And it's this committee that's responsible for organizing this event today.
Okay, so the entire, as in Edmonton, is responsible for this event that's going on tonight?
Right.
Right, okay. So what would you take back from this leadership meeting that we have today?
Well, first of all, it was, the turnout was outstanding, and we were very, very happy to see leaders of various African communities as well as churches and Islamic religious groups that showed up here today, and as well as the youth. And we were also impressed with the representation from the city of Edmonton. So the turnout was good, and the contributions were good as well. So we look forward to doing an analysis of the various input that we received today, and we will get back to the larger African community.
How are you doing today, sir?
Very good. My name is Badri Dolal. I am originally from Ethiopia. I have been living in Edmonton over 18 years. I am one of the 4 people who found the Oromo community back in 1998, early 1998, called Oromian Community Association of Edmonton. I'm also founder and the president of Canadian Hearts Across Border Association, organizations that have been sponsoring refugees through federal government. We have agreement from federal government over 14 years. So we brought a lot of Africans to Edmonton to give them better life and to give them better safe home and new hope.
And that is good that you're actually helping the refugees in our community and giving them a better life and a better hope. And today you're here, and I just want to ask some few questions. What do you think about the leadership forum that is happening on right now today?
I truly believe we have been missing something like this, what happened today. This is very important for all of us, no matter what kind of service we give to communities, because we need to be united. And Africa is a big continent, a lot of population, and somehow we kind of disconnected. Our values and our expertise have been wasted because we don't have a unity. So kind of this forum today, I'm really happy to see after a long time to come together, community leaders, religious leaders from mosque, from churches, to come together and share what is good for our people, for our continent.
Thank you so much. So what is going to be your intake for the communities out there that are, being stranded, that live here, like, you're from the Ethiopian, what are the feedback that you're going to give back to them?
One thing as African from myself has been dividing us is because of some what we brought from Africa here. I think what I'm going to take back to my community is in here, in Canada, in Alberta, Edmonton, we need to be united, work together, and every line that can help our people. Also, we can be example for our continent, our people who left behind. Unity and peace is very important. So if some of us using some excuse that we are not together, we are not unity, I'm going to take the message and say we started first step to be united, and let's do more.
Cool, thank you. So I know the event is still going on right there, but I just want to ask you, in your own opinion, what do you think is missing out from the event?
It's hard to say. We don't want to start to, to complain because it's early stage. I believe this is today's first step. Just bring the leaders together and the religious leaders together. I think what we need is if we can have grassroots members, community members, our population, come together and also share their expertise, their ideas, that'll be so helpful. I believe they're going to be help us in the future for our unity. But today, what I'm thinking missing, I don't know what's going to happen. We're still in the early stage. I think it's good to hear from the leaders individually and give them, if the time allows, to share what's usually Africans we hold inside. And when we get opportunity, we share. So when we share the true experience, true accurate information that will help us. I hope that will be opportunity for leaders to share that today.
Okay, thank you so much. Councillor Bev Singles, Edmonton City Councillor. How are you doing today, ma'am?
Very good.
I just saw your speech out there and your thought of an African trip. So do you think you will go back to Africa again to visit?
Certainly, if I get the opportunity. I enjoyed my trip. It was a great opportunity to see a new culture and make some great friends.
Okay. So I know you spent a few time in Ghana, precisely, right? What are your experience that you can share with us in Edmonton that could affect your day-to-day life here in Edmonton?
From my trip?
Yes.
I think it was the feeling that I didn't know where I was going and that someone had to guide me and support me. And so it's really taught to me the value that we need to support one another when we're in a new place. And sometimes it's the little things that make a big difference. So it's what do you eat, how do you cook that? I want to go shopping, but it's not the food that I experienced at home. So I have to learn how to cook something new, and where do I find that? So it's those little things that make life important.
Okay, that's good. So I heard you talking more about the the violence that we have here in Edmonton is one of the highest all over the world. Is there anything that, that has been put in place to see if we can help stop the violence that's going on in Edmonton?
I'm particularly talking about domestic violence against women. And the challenge is that we have one of the highest rates in the country. And there's many shelters in place to support women that are going through that, women and families. There's many courses. We have the Edmonton Police Intervention. But for me, what we need to do is have a community conversation and begin to talk about it. It's not acceptable. When we hear people talking about it, saying it's not appropriate. And I think that's what's going to change, is that as a community we say, no, it's enough.
Enough. Thank you so much. And what is an advice that you have for other women out there that are going through violence?
To talk to someone, to reach out, and keep talking till someone listens. And I think there's a lot of people in our community that want to support people that are going through difficult circumstances. And if they're facing violence, to reach out and talk to somebody.
Thank you so much.